Silent Night. All right, just play softly. You know that song, Softly? Just play softly. It's really hard for me to tell this story. I'm getting ready to tell you my life story, part of it. Verse 1. So when I come back, the Lord willing, I'll do maybe another verse. But I have to lay this one down first. I was born into a very troubled family. Anybody can relate to that? My dad, my father, when he was 14 years old, went down to the basement of the St. Louis home and found his dad, waiting on my grandpa. He hung himself, killed himself, and my dad found his body. And this gave my dad severe mental issues until the day he died, 1990, November 11th, Victory Day. So my dad had these horrible issues as a teenager, and it's hard enough, right, being a teenager. And I remember seeing my dad, I just see the fight in his eyes sometimes. I've seen that many times in churches. And that's why the Lord has laid this on my heart to do. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right, I promise. So, here you go. He got in so much trouble, instead of putting him in jail, they put him in the military. Used to do that back in the day. 16, I think. He joined the U.S. Navy. And that'll teach you. And then my dad got married. See, my life was not complete, so I got married. Now it's finished. I just do whatever the voices in my wife's head tell me to do. Smart man. My wife and I are celebrating 35 years of marriage! We've been married 46 years. We're celebrating 35 of it. True story. Yeah, and every man and every woman. Except for you, it's going to be perfect every year. It's going to be perfect. You got me too. Where was I? Oh yeah. So then they had 3 kids, 3 children right in a row. 1948, my sister Pamela. 1949, me. My name's Lloyd. My friends call me Mongo. Mongo Lloyd. I don't know why they call me that. And then my little sister, born in 1950. Steps. Boom, boom, boom. Her name was Gordon. She passed away. She killed herself smoking. I do not like smoking. I used to smoke. Anybody got a little pocket? You know what? I felt this early in the service. Anybody got a small Bible, a little pocket testament I can borrow for a second? I want to show you the thing. You got one? In your boot? Fine. Does anybody have a small? Okay, they got it. Okay. So anyway, my dad had these kids, and evidently things didn't work out. My dad married a Cajun lady from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm half Cajun. Do we have any Louisiana? Thank you so much. Ooh, camouflage. Seeking you so fine. Ooh, use that. I'll use that in kids' church. 3 kids, problems, issues. Yeah, my mom kept having babies while my dad was out to sea. Everybody say, not good. So I'm half Cajun. We have any Louisiana people in here? Are you half Cajun too? So together we're Cajun. That's right. That's why we all bind together, right? Blessings, Jesus. Blessings. Okay, so I hate this story. So I'm trying. Okay, help me, Jesus. Say, help him, Jesus. You understand, of course, that I'm a children's minister. And so we started out this service, my part of the service was silliness and stuff for the kids. You understand that, right? That I love them with all my heart, all my mind, and all my soul. And this service right here, I dedicate to you. But I worry about the kids. You know, I just want them saved. So, my mom lost my dad. When I was 3 years old, my mom tried to kill me dead. She had her boyfriend just a little softer, just turn the volume down just a little bit. She had her boyfriend, Dale, lock us in this little shack on the bayou called Sorrow, outside of Baton Rouge, Plaquemine Parish. And an old nasty bayou, old shack. Nailed all the windows and doors shut, and she left 3 little babies, 2, 3, or 4, to die of starvation, heat exhaustion, all that stuff. 3 days. And I don't know what happened. Don't remember. I was a kid. And the fireman dude saved my life. My mom tried to kill me when I was 3, but the fireman dude saved my life. I love the fireman dude. You love your fireman dude? I love you, fireman dude, with all my heart. How tall are you? 6'2"? Well, you're 6'1", 6'2", 3, 4, 4. He was tall. He was probably, 3 years old, okay? What's your name? Okay. You want to stand somewhere? Are you done? You good? You're awesome. Give him a hand, please. When I go to the airport and the fireman dude has his boot out, I empty out, man. Just whatever I have. And I pray for you every day. Fireman dudes, first responders, those 2 guys in the ambulance, they call them the paramedics. Nurses, doctors, policemen! We love you! We love you, policemen! Well, we honor you and military, past, present, future. God bless you. Thank you. How many military we got? All right, give the Lord a hand. I wanted to join the Naval Air Force, but I can't force air through my navel. It backfires every time. So it turns out I did. True story. I did join. I was recruited by Naval Intelligence. I have a really smart belly button, and I worked special ops back in the '60s. I was in the '67. It's been 52 years ago that I went to the Navy. Is that right? Yeah. 52 years ago. What were you doing? That's kind of hard for me to come to grips with. I'm 69 years old. Feel good, huh? So, I don't know what happened. The fireman who came in saved my life, and somehow they got a hold of my grandma in St. Louis. She had got remarried. My step-grandpa's name was Charlie Miller. Just saying that name just brings back the most. The only good memories I have of my whole childhood. You hear me? Charlie Miller could take his teeth out and chase you all around the house. Don't get me, Grandma, don't get him! So when I go to heaven, say when he goes to heaven, I'm going to sit on Daddy's lap for 60 billion years. And then I'm going to ask my one question. I don't know, I made this up, but I figure we get one question, right? Okay? So I'm going to ask him my one question. Hey, Jesus, did the man who invented the Pac-Man game have a grandpa that chased him around the house? I know. First time I seen Pac-Man, I thought of Charlie. True story. I just made it up. So, this is hard to talk about. But anyway, those were a couple of years. Those were the good years. And if I was a good boy, all week long, if I was a good boy, didn't pester my sisters, yes ma'am, no ma'am, did all that stuff right, I got to watch I think they were about 16-minute long TV shows, but we weren't saved, like you guys are. We watched TV. I got to watch one show, let's use it, no-brainer, Roy Rogers. Hello. So Roy Rogers, I know you're all Christians and have no idea who he is. But Roy Rogers was a cowboy. And he had this beautiful Palomino pony named Trigger. Sinners. That's right, Trigger. 10 points if you know his dog's name. Bullet! Come on! Don't touch me. You're a sinner. Some of us were not raised in this glorious gospel. I did not know Jesus till I was 25 years old. Do your eyes like this. Do the emoji. You gotta beat him out, right? Yeah, didn't know it until I was 25, bro. Anyway, this gets rough. This part's good. So, for my 5th Christmas, Grandma got me Roy Rogers pajamas. You ever seen tan with the little ropes and the pistols and hats, tops and bottoms. And listen to me, y'all. I even wore them to bed sometimes. I wore them everywhere. And it's kind of funny that I remember this. I was 5, maybe 6. But when I put on my Roy Rogers pajamas, macho stuff, brother. Dude. Yeah, I went out in the backyard, saved the swing set. Yeah, Roy Rogers saved people. That bad guy, old bad Bark. Trying to kill him for 16 minutes. At the end of the movie, Roy Rogers has saved his life every time. Listen to it. These were my 2 heroes growing up. Fireman Dudes, because he saved me. Roy Rogers, because he saved people. What was I looking for? A savior. I was. Didn't even know it. But we're born that way. We're built that way. We are born and built to worship and praise the one true living God, Jesus. About 6, my dad got remarried. They called her my stepmom, but she never stepped on me one time. So I just called her Mom. Oh, squirrel! Stop laughing, Swan. So, we went back to the Navy. Went back to live with my dad, the alcoholic, crazy guy. Under psychiatric care his whole naval career, I had no idea. And the guy had issues. Went back to that house, and I liked my mom. She was a cool mom. Beautiful. She looked like a baby aardvark. She was beautiful. I like that child's better. They stay with you longer. Where was I? Oh, went back to living in. So, I remember this clearly. I was 6 years old. This is when the Lord brought this back. The Lord brought this moment back to me. This is when it started. So I'm sleeping in my Roy Rogers PJs in my brand new house. And I hear the most awful sound I've ever heard in my 6-year-old life. I hear my father screaming and cursing at my mother. So I jumped out of bed, wearing my Roy Rogers PJs. I ran into the kitchen just in time to see my daddy hit my mom right in the face. Left those prints right there on her cheek. And her face spun around and saw those marks. The hero kick. I jumped up on the kitchen table and I jumped on my father's back. Wasn't going to hurt him, I promise. He weighed 240, I weighed 40. I said something like, "We don't hit people," because I'm a genius. My daddy this gets serious. My daddy just flipped me off like a baby mosquito. You ever land on your back on that black and white checkered linoleum floor of the 50s, and I'm trying to breathe, get my air back. And I remember thinking clearly, glad that's over. But that's when it started. And when my father turned around, he wasn't my daddy anymore. He turned into some horrible monster. And he kicked me, and he beat me for an hour. And he said things like, "I hate you. I've always hated you. I'm so ashamed of you. You're not my son. You're not my real son. Kick, kick, beat, beat, throw across the room. I wish you were dead." Broke several bones. My head swelled up like a basketball, 6 years old. And they took me to the Navy hospital. This is the part that hurts. A doctor, a medical doctor, in the 50s now, that's when they were more like doctors. He said, "What happened to this boy?" And my father winked at him. A grown man, winking at a grown man, and he said he fell down the stairs. Several broken bones, just a mess. And that man winked at my father. I'll never forget it. And he said, "Oh, I see. For 10 years that happened to me. No teacher, no relatives, no neighbors. Nobody helped us, me and my little sisters. You hear me? I love my daddy. Never hated him a moment, a second in time. I just hated everybody else. All you good people, getting in your good clothes, going to church or wherever you're going, and just drive right by. 3 little kids laying in the front yard, bleeding and crying. And nobody lifted a finger to help. You're looking at the guy who helps. I'm not going to drive by. I'm going to get help. And so I have spent my entire 44 years this month, I have spent reaching out and ministering to babies, children. Don't get me started on babies. Anyway, this is what I do. And so sometimes it helps if I clarify who I am to the saints, to the church, so you understand what I am. And I was abused and molested and horribly treated for 10 years or so. And I grew up a little different. Can you believe that? The psychiatrist said I was crazy. I'm not crazy. Neither am I. Be quiet, man. We're talking. We're not schizophrenic either. Okay, I'm a little, And practiced, I had a lot of time on my hands. My dad would throw me in this is the hard part, would throw me in this old dirt basement in Virginia. I drank from the back of the washing machine, went to the bathroom back there, ate raw potatoes and dog food for years. Left for dead more than once. You've read the books, you know the stories. Awful. But I never hated him 1 second. I saw the issues in him. I could see. I still can, by the way. I see you. Right. But it's okay. Because you know what? This happened in Jackson, Mississippi at the Brother Kraft's church, 1990. Right after my dad died. I got victory on V-Day. And I was standing on this huge platform, 1,000 people, and the Lord opened my eyes. You know what I see? I see the child in every one of you. And I adore you. I love you. And I believe in you. And I know you're going to make it. To the Lord Jesus. Almost lost my mind. I know that because my poor sister Pamela did. When he knocked her teeth out when she was about 8, and she lost her mind. She's in a mental institution to this day. She's 70 years old, loops potholders and sells them for a nickel. Her name is Pamela, when you pray. In 1977, I found her. She was in mental institutions all over. And I found her and brought her to my house. I got a Holy Ghost chair in my house. I recommend it. A physical, personal altar in your home. Hallelujah. Yes. Sat her in my lap. They wouldn't check her out to just anybody because she's violent. And so I sat her in my lap, keep her from kicking in the walls, basically. And I began to pray. And I got lost in the Holy Ghost and began to pray in the Holy Ghost. And my sister, when I came to my senses, was speaking in tongues. Oh, got the Holy Ghost. You know, I had somebody walk up to me after a service similar to this. Well, she didn't know what she was. She said she didn't know what she was doing. I said, neither do I. I've seen 20,000 people get the Holy Ghost underneath this hand. I never filled one of them, and I never know how it happens. None of my business. But my sister has the Holy Ghost. To this day. So if you think you're too crazy for this, you're in the right place at the right time. You're in the right place at the right time, Larry. Amen. Somebody say amen. Amen. And down in that basement was an old piece of a piano. An old player piano. You kick the pedals and roll the paper and it played. All that was broken. It was broken down in pieces. Thrown in this old dirt basement. And by the time I was 10 years old, I taught myself to repair it, tune it, and play it. Without ever seeing anybody do it. Because the truth is, if I say, tell me the truth. Say, tell me the truth. I wasn't alone, was I? when I thought nobody cared. He kept my sanity through music. I heard somebody say the other day that, we put too much emphasis, maybe, possibly, on music in the church. You can't. They have to be saved and pure. You can't have secondary motives on that platform. What we need is worship. Just threw that in for free. It was tough. I lived with suicide, yes, for 25 years until I got the wilderness. My grandfather committed suicide, like I told you. My dad had issues all his adult life. Attempted suicide in 1960. Should I tell him why? This gets tough. This gets deep. I'm going to tell you why, okay? I was 12 years old. 11 years old. My dad came home from, they were gone months at a time. And I love my dad. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Down in that basement, they threw an old dog down there that nobody wanted. Tuffy was my best friend for several months. Tuffy was a little short, wire-haired little dog, tough as nails. I call him Tuffy. He had great dog food. And he and I were best friends. Except when he licked me in my face. Now listen, after service today, if you get this feeling to lick me in my face, I'm past that. I mean, do what you want, but I'm past that. Anyway, beautiful summer day. Had the doors open, the screen door was there. Beautiful day. My dad came home, had a sea bag outfit on. He was opening up the screen door. Me and Tuffy were running to the back door to say hi. My dad reached down and picked up Tuffy, broke his neck, killed him dead, and threw him right in front of my feet. I froze for an hour. While my mom called this number, the guys in the white coats came to put him in the straitjacket, and they were wheeling him out. And one of the men said, "Why did you kill that dog?" And my daddy looked right at my baby Blues, and he said, "It was the boy or the dog, and the dog got to me first." Now I'm going to tell you, I've lived in fear of my life, in my home. I need your support on this. If you're using fear to raise your children, that's the work of the enemy.
That's right.
That policeman is not going to get you. That pastor's not going to get you. They're not going to get you, baby. If you're so pathetic, you have to use fear to raise your children, you need help.
Hallelujah.
Don't talk to strangers. Don't take nothing from nobody you don't know. Cool. But to sit there and use fear, please don't. You will reap a stone around your neck. Tough talk from Jesus there. Don't offend any of these little ones. That doesn't mean hurt them or kill them. That means don't offend one. Y'all better tighten up how you treat your children. Because Jesus is coming back any second, a twinkling of an eye. That's not a blink. That's the speed of light. Twinkle of an eye. And we have to make sure they're ready and make sure we're ready. Can I get a witness in the house of God? Yeah, I was a third generation suicidal. Not the first generation Pentecostal. Oh, I got 17 years old, graduated high school with honors, and my dad had this plan my whole life, put me in the car and joined me to the Navy during the Vietnam War. And I joined at 17, so I got this special deal, I don't know what to call it. Didn't go to war, didn't go to Vietnam, and spent 3 years, I think. I spent 4, but I only had to do 3. And went to the Navy, just barely 18 years old, but I'd never been raised. I didn't know what a wrench was. I knew what a hammer was. My daddy hit me with one. But I didn't know tools and work. I didn't know all that stuff. So the Navy was interesting because I hated people. And it's all people. And they're all telling you what to do. I was in the Navy 4 years. I never got to tell anybody what to do. They all told me what to do. How does that work? So, I'm not proud of this. Third court martial. They're finally going to get rid of me forever. Navy's going to get rid of me. I couldn't handle any more rejection. I couldn't take it. So I gave up. And I decided to take my life. And so I'm on a big, beautiful ship. I want to talk about it next time I come back. Verse 2. And 86 feet to the ocean from where I stood. I know that because I was a boat diver, swimmer. And I had dove it many times. Saved lives, rescued. But now I give up. I couldn't take it anymore. And I'm standing at the very front of the ship. And I'm looking over the side, and I remember, oh yeah, there's this little ladder that goes down the side of the ship. The bow numeral ladder. It was a deck age, so I had used that ladder to paint the number on the ship, which was number 1. I was on ship number 1 in the entire Navy. Google it. Pretty interesting. I stepped over the railing of a moving vessel doing 21 knots in the middle of the ocean, scariest thing I've ever done, and climbed down that little ladder, weeping and crying, giving up. And I held on to that bottom rung, swinging out over the Caribbean, the most beautiful waters in the world. God's creation, all I wanted to do was die. And I had given completely up. And I hung there and tried to think of one reason not to let go. And all I could do, those propellers are taller than this. I mean, you're done. If you jump over while the ship's going, you're done. And I tried to think, and all I could think of was stuff like this. When I die, there'll be no funeral. Nobody will be sorry. Everybody will be relieved. Not the kind of stuff you want to think of. And I'm not proud of this. I gave up. And right before, this is a true story, I'm telling you, right before I let go, I heard a voice, just as clear as you're hearing this one. Who was it? It was Jesus, yeah. I ain't no Billy Graham, but I figured that out myself. But what could he possibly say? I never been to his house. I never read his book. I never seen it. I didn't know nothing about nothing. Here's the beauty. You don't have to. He knows it. You ever try to teach somebody something that they think they already know? Almost impossible. So just dump all the things you know and let Jesus teach you everything. Amen. First words I ever heard. I was a killer. I was an awful, awful person. First words I ever heard. He said, "My son." I don't know how he could call me that. How could he call me that? I was awful. But you know what? He could have stopped right there. Because all I've ever wanted is a daddy. He said, "My son, I love you. And I always will." I don't know. I can't tell you what happened. Don't know. Came to my senses. I was on the deck of the ship where I belonged. But when I stood up, say, when he stood up, I had strength I've never had. Because I knew I wasn't alone. And somebody cared enough to love me in my worst moments. Stand with me, church. Go ahead and sing softly and play softly to our altar song. Hurry, run. Run to this family altar. Bring somebody with you. Don't anybody